I have to offer. And as my help me, your job is to help me get there. But sometimes we get into situations with no vision. Baby, I love you, but where are we going? I love you, but what are you doing? What's your plan? What are we going to do? We got these children. How are we going to raise them? How are we going to do this? You have to have a plan. So I began to say, this is the plan. I said, by the time I'm such and such, I want to be right here. And I begin to I tell her all the time, this is what I'm going to do. And even now, I got these visions and these goals. And I said, before I'm 50, I'm going to have this. And before this, I'm going to have this. And last week, I told my advisor, I said, I'm not retiring at 62, 65. Put me down for 59. What do I need to do to get there? Goals. Setting goals for yourself. If you're going to write plays, you're going to say, well, look, I need to make 5,000 this time. Now I need to double. I need 15. I need 20. You need to have goals. You don't build houses and stuff for free, do you? You're in it for money. And you need to know, nobody do it. The Bible even say, nobody builds a house without counting up the cost. Huh? What's your goals? Oh, you just want to make what they give you? Set goals for yourself. Now, if you made this last year, you need to make this because you got a trip plan that you need to go on. I need a little bit more money. What are you going to do to get it? Goals, church. Visions and goals. I'm sure some of you who was with us in the very beginning, you remember the old building. You remember we said we're going to build a new building. You remember we said we're going to get this and we're going to do that. And one thing we said we wasn't going to do is go into a storefront. Not anything wrong with it, but you're setting goals for yourself. All my life, I drove over wore-out cars. Nobody in my family ever owned a new car. Never. We always had somebody hand-me-down car. We always had somebody old car. And I don't know, I'm not advocating this, I'm just telling you. Anybody ever bought a new car, you're going to feel good to be the owner of a car that you're the only owner of. It's kind of a psychological feeling that you get. Man, it feels good. It's just a good feeling. It's just like when you buy your first new refrigerator. I mean, you got one that nobody else had. You just feel good about it. On your first washing machine, that's yours. Because you know we've been sharing the one at the laundromat for years. Now I got my own washing machine. Man, just feel good. Oh my God, don't get a house with a bathroom in the bedroom. Beautiful, right? Because you used to get up, have to walk down a little hall and go and share a little bath. You get one in your bedroom, hallelujah! You just shout all over the place because you feel like you arrived. Because it's a goal. It's something that you wanted. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's a goal that you have. You think God don't have goals for you? He said, I know the desires I have for you. Uh-oh. That's right. Desires to prosper you. God want to prosper little old me? Well, what good church is it that we're jumping and shouting you broke? When the preacher began to tell you how to get money, you shut down. Malachi said, will a man rob God? Yeah, you robbing him. Yeah. He said you curse with a curse. You don't want to be cursed, you start doing what God tells you to do. You say, well, preacher, I don't believe in all that tithing. That's fine. You don't have to. See, it's not about what you want to do. It's about what God tells you to do. Huh? And then you just look back at your life and see if you see residue of success. Do you see that I did what God said? He blessed me. So you want God to keep giving you the 100. You want to keep it all. You don't want to just keep the 90 and give him the 10. You curse with a curse. I know this wasn't supposed to be about tithing, but we have to go here. Because if I'm really going to be blessed by God, I have to begin to do what God tells me to do and give it cheerfully. Amen. You know how some of us are, well, you know, I got bills to pay. I can't afford to give the church my money. Don't we say that? Huh? Preacher always asks for money. I ain't finna about to pass no Cadillac. That's a trick from the devil. Ain't that but a lie. Huh? You preachers asked things before you ever got there. You didn't make them. You certainly don't make me. You better be obedient to God where he can bless you the way he wants to bless you. Church, as small as we are, we could be so powerful if we would just come together as one. Amen. But you don't want to see it that way. Because I'm telling you, the little land over here beside us, we could have acquired that land a long time ago, even though it's overpriced. It's just an example. This is something me and Sister Felicia talked about. Let's say you want $70,000 for that lot. It's overpriced. But what if I had 10 people say I'm willing to give 10? 10 people say I'm willing to give 10. That's $100,000. That's more than what you needed. Now you can start clearing it off. What if you had 20 people say I'm willing to give 5? That's still the same 100,000, right? You follow what I'm saying? But people don't want to partner. If you want something to happen, set goals for yourself. That's why he talks about the first fruit of what you're getting, that you begin to sow things into the body of Christ. And when you have things, you can begin to have a deposit on stuff. What if the church bought an apartment? What if the investors of the church came together? We're going to buy an apartment. We're going to make money off of this, and we pay back the investors, and the church can keep the difference. What a beautiful investment. But people don't think like that. You would rather, take your money and do something else with it. You say, well, Pastor, why are you talking about money? Because the Bible said money answers all things. You can't do nothing in this world without money. And I'm telling you, as soon as you quit being stingy with what God told you to do, you're going to begin to get blessed. And when you begin to give like He told you to give, you're going to be blessed. One thing I tell Carmen them, and I tell them all the time, you better pay your tithes. God to bless you with that little job, you better give 1/10 of it. And tithing is not giving what you want. If she made $100, her tithe should be $10. That's what it should be. If you make $300 a week or whatever, your tithe should be $30. You know the math. You just choose not to do it. Let's go to Old Charlie's and let's feed 3 or 4 people for lunch. Let's see if you can get out of there without $30. Well, you're going to spend it on what you want to spend it on. And then when things ain't going your way, you want somebody to pray for you. Your old child, I can't hardly make it. My bill's so behind. They're going to be behind because you're cursed. That's what the word says. But we don't want to accept it because somehow we feel we can change God. God said, well, come out from among them. We still want to do the jigaboo, and we still want to go all of these places, and then you want the anointing of God to fall on you, and you want people to fall out and all of that theatrics and stuff. I tell you what, if God really putting you out, come on up here and get on this concrete, and let's pray, and don't nobody get behind you. And you fall down there. Since you like to fall down. Church, don't get amused by people who put on theatrics in church. Oh, everybody falling down. Somebody got to get up. When you fall down, you got to get up. And you should be getting up living right. You should get up chained. Well, brother, come on and hold them. Where that in the Bible? You ain't finna hurt my back. There's some big sisters falling out. People ought to fall out with somebody behind them. I bet you won't fall out right here. You talking about the Spirit touch you? Come on. Let's see. Amen. Do y'all see what I'm trying to tell you? There are a lot of theatrics going on in the church, and it shouldn't be. I've been in church all my life. I prayed for people, and I've seen people fall down by the power of God. And then all of a sudden, we start expecting these men. And when me and Brother Gree talked about it, people to catch you. Well, look, man, if God putting you down, He ought to get you up. That sounds harsh, don't it? But it's true. You say, well, Pastor, people fall out under the Spirit. I ain't saying they didn't fall out. That's not what I'm saying. But where the catch is supposed to come from? You fall out, you fall out. Man, I fell out at home and busted the shower thing one time. Blood pressure went low and fell out. When nobody catching me. Church, we do a lot of stuff that ain't biblical. That's right. I'm just telling you. And when somebody begin to challenge you in your theology and how you're living, you don't really like it. I know you ain't shouting today, but this is still true. This spoken word is still true. Church, you got to get back in your Bible, and you need to read your Bible for yourself. And don't get stuck on the King James Version of the Bible. Get you a Bible that explains the words that you're trying to read so that you'll get an understanding. I'm getting ready to close. He said, I believe, therefore I spoke. Paul was quoting the psalmist. What do we believe? I believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. I believe that he can transform my life like he can yours. I believe this. I believe that there is no sin or habit that you and I can be in that he cannot deliver us from. If he did it for me, I know he'll do it for you. Man, nothing is like having fun in life, but also there's nothing like being a person that's called by God. A person that God has called and a person that God has equipped and God has manifested himself in your life. Ain't nothing like being a person that was an old man who would get up and he would fuss and cuss and cut up, but now you a little bit more calm because you know that God's going to work it out. Ain't nothing like a person that understands the Prince of Peace. Ain't nothing like a person who used to hear voices, but now the voice you hear is that of the Spirit of God telling you everything is going to be all right. There's nothing like God that can give you hope in a hopeless situation. When things seem like they're impossible, God said, I'm going to bless you in spite of. Yes, you didn't get that job, but God said, I have a better job for you. God said, I'm going to promote you. Nothing like a person who didn't finish high school, but got their GED and later go on to be a lawyer, if not a judge. Nothing is like a person who was the underdog, but God makes him the super dog. Nothing like a person who reversed the curse, said, not in my life, that I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it right. So, you know, there are generational curses where people just keep getting divorced. Granddaddy got divorced, granddaddy got divorced, my parents got divorced, I got divorced, my children may get divorced. You begin to plead the blood of Jesus. Say, we're going to stay married. Longevity is what we're called to do. We're going to get married. We're going to stay married. Just like the song say, let's stay together. Loving you forever. Whether good or bad or happy or sad. Y'all know that. Don't act like you ain't never heard it before. Huh? You begin to stay together. Yeah, it ain't always going to be easy, but God didn't say it will be easy. But he said that I'll give you the strength to overcome, because greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I don't care what comes my way, we can make it. I don't care what happens, we can do it. I don't care what obstacles may come our way, we'll eventually fix it. That too shall pass. Amen. God bless you. Amen. God bless you and keep you. Amen. Hallelujah. Let us stand for a word of prayer. Amen.